Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? Yes. Definitely. Cool. I can hear myself. So welcome to NIDC 2024. I'll let that soak in. It's great. Thank you. So this is our 8th year coming together, and we really are so glad to see you. So many people this year have said this is their first year going and joining the tech community. I remember a long time ago when I first got started with this stuff, and the people were so welcoming and it was so friendly that I still remember what a nice thing it was. About 8 years ago, for those that don't know how NIDC started, because I guess so many of us are new, meetups were this big thing that started happening. Meetup.com was invented. I don't know if anybody remembers that boom. And you would have people going to one meetup and then the next, and they would basically start a new meetup for everyone they went to. One time we met up at Belfast, and turned out 3 of us used Vim together. So we thought we should start a Vim meetup, which ran for 2 consecutive sessions before we thought, you know what, it's kind of all right. But since then, kind of like in that time, a couple of organizers got together that would go across to a few meetups and realized, you know what, we run pretty cool events. I guess complementing each other rather than themselves. But they noticed that not a lot of people went to each other's. So they said, how about we get together and, and run like a joint meetup where, I bring our people and you bring your people, and hey, let's invite other organizers as well. So a few communities would come together. It turned into a small conference at a place called Peter Froggatt Center in Queens, with over 200 people attending. And that was a really nice day. Now, I got to watch one track of talks because I was a room monitor that year, and I really enjoyed it. But that was the start of this. So it was all about meetups of all sorts of topics coming together. People, I think, product. There were people in project management. Now, in the middle, there's also Linux user group and Pi Belfast. All of those folks coming together, and that's what we've tried to do since then. We've tried to bring the meetup communities that we've got across Northern Ireland and beyond together for this big day where we get to talk to each other and hear what everybody's up to. Since then, we've been growing pretty fast every year, pretty much, and even survived COVID with going online and making even more friends. Now what we're doing is we're running Meetup Fest, where hopefully some of you have went to and tried a whole bunch of meetups and again made more friends. Garth and a few people are running speaker training to encourage more people around the community to speak, and give you a few tips that you can use at this conference and a few others, maybe even at work. And we started bringing stuff in like childcare that now I think has become a standard for all community conferences. So it's been a long way over the past 8 years. And all of that came from the people we see here today, the community coming together and bringing it forward for ourselves. So we are glad to see you here today, and we've got a packed day of activities. All the communities come together. We've got, I think, 43 speakers on the roster this year, with about, I think, 19 companies over in the exhibition hall next door. All local techies, all people that you probably walk past in the street that work in our industry, that you'll probably be crossing paths for the next couple of decades. And we've got the NI Game Dev Network, bringing the local game devs, show up the games. We've got Farsight Labs, taking the little outpost of the hackerspace up on the 2nd floor. Raspberry Jam, doing activities with, Raspberry Pis, and running a kids village. And all of this, and obviously the cyber corner, which you saw the first thing coming up the escalators. So the community is really broad. And please do enjoy all of it, right? Listen to talks, learn something, try playing with some of the games, and talk to people. And when you need a wee break, there's a quiet room on the top floor. Now, none of that happens without the support of those companies that I mentioned earlier. The reason the tickets are so affordable, and this is actually an anomaly for Northern Ireland, we're very lucky to be in the place where we are, compared to most of the world where tickets are thousands or £1,000 or £2,000 to go to a conference like this. The likes of GearSets, Enzo Magnites, Signified, and the rest of the companies you see here today, that's who makes it possible for us to have this opportunity. And my wee company is up there too, if you can spot it. But I'll talk about it when I headline next year. But with that, I don't want to kind of maybe if you come up, Eamon, I don't want to kind of take it. I don't want you to take it from me. These companies really do believe in what they're doing here, and it's an investment. For example, GearSet has come back for the 3rd year as our headline sponsor. That doesn't come from getting your logo up there. That comes from something that's behind pushing the community forward, because this is a long-term impact. And I think with that, I'll hand it over to Eamon.
Thanks, Art. I'm not going to keep you very long because I have nothing prepared because I didn't know I was going to do this. But I'm personally really, really proud to be back here. GearSet's really proud to be back, being the headline sponsor for 3rd year in a row. The other conferences are going to get jealous because we do sponsor some other conferences, but in my mind, this is the best developer conference in Northern Ireland, hands down. I love coming here. I love interacting with all of you guys. When GearSet grew out another engineering office 3 years ago, Belfast was the place to be, not just because my brother, who started the company, is from here, but because of the community, because of the fact that there's just a mass of great people here. The meetup scene that you're talking about there, Art, I mean, it was just fantastic. So really, really proud to be back here. We've got a couple of speakers today. We've got Ross, a local guy, talking about Redux, and we have Dave, who's kindly come over from England. So please come and check out their talks as well. I'm going to be in the stand most of the day, so come and have a chat. As I say, I love interacting with all you guys, chatting about, the problems that you're facing, nerding over some code. We've got another puzzle this year. It's probably the only code I get to write anymore, these little puzzles. And of course, because of that, there's a bug in it. And there's a really good competition. We're back again with another huge Lego set. So yeah, come and say hello. Really proud to be here. Just enjoy the day, folks. It's a really great event. So it's all made great by you guys and Art and the rest of the organizers. So thanks.
And just as I was talking about, that welcoming community you've got here, with so many people here for the 1st year, if you're here for a few years, try to make it the kind of day that you wish you had if this was your first NIDC or first tech conference. And guess what? See these sponsors? They're here to have a good day too. So have a chat with them. They're normal people, and I think some of them even give away prizes, but that's another story. If you are getting a prize though, do stick around to the end of the day for the prize giving, or you might miss it. But let's get on to the stuff that's going on today. Some of you, I think we've been tagged as the Northern Ireland's wettest tech conference this year. I don't know if that's going to be our next tagline, but it's here today. With that, we do have a cloakroom, so if you want to drop your coat off, drop it off there for the day. There's childcare on the 2nd floor for those who registered. So if you didn't get a chance to do that today, sign up next year. Toilets on every floor, and there's a changing place as well on the ground floor where you registered, with lifts to all floors. No foul drills are planned, so if that happens, please listen to the waterfront staff, and they will get us out of here safely. With that, I think the welcome is way over time at this point, but we're about to have a really nice day with some food coming in between these things, and a really cool after party sponsored by Enzo Recruitment at Tipsy Bird, which is about 5-10 minutes away from here. So I hope you have a really fun day, and I hope you tag us on socials. This really does make a difference, because how did you find out about this place? Maybe a friend told you, maybe you saw it online, but what if someone else didn't see it? If you're enjoying today, share it with somebody, and it does go a long way to building this kind of community conference for us. But that's enough, and I hope you have a really fun NIDC 2024. Go forth.